Hi, I'm Steve Washer with BrainyVideo.com. Around here, we talk a lot about reaching your ideal clients by being authentic in your videos. But what do we mean when we say that? You know, when you have all this technology between you and your audience, cameras and lights and computers and stuff, and why should we even care about it? Well, the simple answer is because in business, authenticity gives us certain advantages. For one, it makes us unduplicatable. It makes it way easier to use the concept of know, like, trust to gain clients. This is one of the main reasons why authenticity is a better model. It helps the right people bond to the real you, which helps them more easily become your better clients. But there's a big problem in pulling this off, because even though it's really attractive, the prospect of being authentic on camera is frightening for a lot of people. For a lot of people, being authentic, which means taking themselves into account as well as the people they're trying to please all day long, is not so easy. This is why I spend most of my time working with people who have awakened to this fact, and they're eager now to let their authenticity shine. They know it's better for them, it's better for the clients, it's better for the world. But for a lot of people, and maybe even you, there's still a few problems. Even if you desperately want to be authentic. Well, let's solve those problems for you right now, like we're peeling away the layers of an onion. The first layer, the problem of perfection versus authenticity. Take Apple Computer. Do you think for 1 minute that Steve Jobs had a focus group that told him to create an iPod, create an iPhone, and create an iPad? Probably not. It was his drive for perfect design, a drive that made him kind of a tough boss, but there's no way anyone could say his passion wasn't authentic. And I chose Steve Jobs deliberately because there's a bonus lesson here. See, his very quest for perfection proved that authenticity doesn't also mean being perfect. Jobs wasn't perfect. But we all know this, right? I mean, that's not the hard part. That's just the first layer of the onion. Everybody says be authentic, be yourself. Don't worry about it, don't stress about it. And that's what scares people the most. They wonder if that's completely true. It can bring up a lot of anxiety that if they were to suddenly become authentic, their imperfections would drive away those clients that they most want to attract. But remember, we also believe at the same time that authenticity beats perfection. We already know that people respond to you because of who you are, really, and not who you're pretending to be. So what's the problem? Well, the answer is now obvious. You're holding two opposing beliefs at the same time with no way of resolving them. Authenticity beats perfection, but perfection is necessary to attract your ideal clients. Now, when that happens, you can't take action. So to resolve this dilemma, we have to dig a little deeper into the contradiction. And when we do, we find there's a core truth that dissolves the dilemma. Well, maybe it's just a theory, but it's certainly proven to be true for me. And my theory is that people somehow know that communication in video is just a little different. It's not exactly like you're talking to a friend, and they're afraid of wasting time on an effort they don't fully understand. People sense somehow that there are things that have to happen for the communication to be perceived as authentically as it is in person. In fact, they're right. But there are only two of them. And those two things are technical authenticity and personal authenticity. Let's take the technical side first. For communication to be authentic in a technical way, you need a clear channel. In this case, the video channel itself. If your viewer can't see or hear you properly, the perception of authenticity is lost. A perception is formed, all right, but it isn't the one you think it'll be. And in this case, your distorted image and painful audio either attract the wrong client or no client at all. In addition to the technical, there's your own, performance on camera. The big red button makes a lot of people nervous. At the very least, it can give you butterflies. And if you can't get the butterflies flying in formation, then that authenticity, that best you that you can be is lost. And then maybe you have wasted your time. Well, there are simple ways to clear these channels, I have dozens of them right here on this site. And more ways than you can think of to expand your authentic, technical, and personal channels to make them more very, very powerful. Would you like to be able to do it? Well, let's find out. There's a simple test you can take to see if you can do authentic video marketing. All you have to do is ask yourself one question. Who do you identify with? This guy or this guy? You don't need perfection, you know, just a little passion and a clear channel. Get off me. So if you'd like to get some helpful how-to advice on clearing out your channel, just click below for my free video series on developing your powerful persona. Till next time, I'm Steve Washer with brainyvideo.com.